Hello everybody, welcome to another Quinn top gameplay. This is my other account. The reason I'm over here is I think I wanted to take a break from the main account. It's a long story, but long story short, I'm with the anxiety of me queuing up for platinum to achieve the diamond was too great, so I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna take a break, and this is what happens. This is my other account. This is I don't know what rank it is. I have no clue, nor care. But the reason I picked this game, well, first, why Snowball? It is entertaining to watch, not uh, educational per se, since this is lower level, lower rank compared to what I usually play. But that's besides the point. This is more entertainment type. Anyways, so this game, enemy top laner picked Teemo first, and I was last pick. I picked Quinn, and my entire team on the champ select was flaming me. How shit of a player I am for picking Quinn into Teemo. I know Teemos, they always go into stealth in the middle of the lane, so that kind of infuriates me. Maybe it makes a good title. I don't know. I have no clue. All I will say is that I get really aggressive. I dive, but I will leave the end result to you guys to see, because I get really aggressive, really aggressive. I missed my Q like a boss. I thought he would walk forwards and dodge up instead of down, but I was wrong. This Teemo is really bad, which, even though me getting out-traded like a chump doesn't change the fact that he plays super passive and he doesn't know this matchup, which is fine. He's a baby Teemo. It's okay. Now that being said, I still int. Even though I'm more experienced, I should be crushing this. But hey, sometimes you mess things up. My farming is horrible. I noticed that there was a decrease in my farming, especially when I'm sleep deprived towards the end of the day. If you guys didn't know, I wake up at 4 a.m. I took a tower shot for no reason. I canceled auto many times, so it is my fault. It's entirely. I missed a ton of trades. I messed up. I missed a lot of damage on my end, and I took unnecessary damage a lot. So he blinds before my auto goes, so he gets the first blood. And I'm like, I already got flamed by my team. I'm like, I'm not gonna take it. I don't want to lose mental over it. I'm just gonna mute and play my own game. Walk the lane, nothing happens. We watch a mid, what's going on? And we in first blood to Teemo. Of course, the later games you guys gonna see. So here's one thing. Kazik is supposed to run towards me. Holy, whoa, what's going on? What? No! Like, Kazik flashes away from me, and he dies for it. I'm like, idiot. That's what I'm thinking. It's okay. Flash to me. I don't know why he flashed towards the tower. Yeah, Kata is dead, great. But like, if you flash to me, I got E. I got stun. I can get Master Yi off you. He runs into my Q. I'm trying to get a proc. By the way, while I farm on the background, I want to talk to you guys about a build that I discovered, and I'm insanely intrigued. By the way, this Teemo is not poking me under tower. I forgot I was maxing Q, so typically when you go W, if you throw Q, it makes the range minions one shot for you, so you can auto attack, right? I forgot I was maxing it, so I did more than what tower shot does, therefore all the minions I lost. Terrible farm. Terrible. I go for Q, I didn't bother with proccing Harrier. I just get my Q, E electrocute, and auto Harrier. Pretty basic trade, he's like half HP. I think the way to, at least amongst the ones that I encountered, the best way to play versus Quintop as Teemo is that you go Grasp, and you auto Q on constant. Every grasp, every Q, every time those things up. Missed the Q. Missed another auto. Gets a full trade in. But he's super low, he can't afford to take more trades or he's gonna get dull, like Salus is coming up. I tank tower, Salus is melee, tank one more, throw a Q, good stuff, and I take the tower. So I have you guys know how like when Jaxes or side laners like Fioras, Jax, Wukongs, after certain of levels you can't side against them. Not that they do fuck ton of damage first of all. You need to kite them really nicely. But the fact that their dash is like E's Q, Wukong's E, Jax's Q, Fiora's Q, they become such a low cooldown that you can't. This is another in coming up. That you can't even keep up with the moments. I'll shut up for a second. We'll see the play that I failed miserably. Maybe I shouldn't have said failed, but it's fun anyways. I mess it up like a boss. Usually you want to focus up fresh, so here I get a little bit Twitch. I'm like, nope, I cannot. And Twitch gets fed because of my failed roam. I would say not focus up Twitch unless you can get on top of him or stun him, but to focus fresh because he got Lantern, right? His positioning is more important than I. At least Silas and Kha'Zix cleans it up, so it is something. Silas is super fed, Kha'Zix is super fed. They took early mid game, and I'm gonna destroy mid late game. It's the pretty. Even though you make mistakes, you can always recover. Especially when you're playing Assassin Quinn, because of the way that eyeball treasure. You have your dash, you have your treasure hunter. Those give you money, a lot of stats. I'm not watching back. I'm not happy with my CS in not one bit, but that's okay. I know this was end of the day. My 4th game is my peak prime compared to this is like a probably 10th or something like that. I just play for fun sometimes when I wanna wind off instead of grinding for Diamond 4 and stuff like that. But that's beside the point. Anyways, back to topic of Jax, Fiora, and them having their dash abilities on really low cooldown. Can you guys take a guess what item gives you a lot of CDR and it's not Troll on Quinn? I'll guess 3 seconds. So I was looking at the play and I'm like, it probably won't die. The item is called Navori's Quickblade. And I know, what the fuck are you talking about? The no damage? No. Why CDR? First of all, it gives you 65 attack damage, right? Compared to any other item. You see Katarina overextended, Salus is fed, so just dead. I get my treasure hunter stack, cool 130 extra gold. It's 5 out of 5. It's everything I ganked every lane. It's great. Anyways, back to the topic. Oh no, where's Quickblade? I sweep up for Kha'Zix to come in, very important. Actually, let's watch what's going on with Teemo. I get off. I just get a nice little. He wastes his Q. Now we go in. Auto E. Back off. Let Kha'Zix catch up. Make sure you don't run into Teemo, so he doesn't kill you. You want to kite and let your jungler do the damage while you wait out blind or his damage and stuff like that, because he chases you, he can't escape as soon as he chases you. Only thing he can hope to do is go 1-for-1, and you don't allow yourself to do 2 versus 1 and get a kill back. It is not very efficient of your team's resources, aka your jungler, to spend time ganking you to get you ahead, but you put yourself even by losing to the laner. Anyways, that's beside the point. I got my plates. Have a look at it. So with Navori's Quickblade, your E is usually without any ability haste, and Navori's ability 15% reduction on hit. Your E is 12 seconds. After buying Noah's Quick Blade with just the item, just you buy Noah's Quick Blade, you complete it. Your E, first of all, Noah's Quick Blade gives us 65 AD, 20 crit, and 15 ability haste, and a 5 attack damage passive for other legendaries. Can we call Twitch? Yes. After you buy that item, what happens is that your E goes from 12 seconds to 5 seconds, assuming that you keep on hitting, right? And when you're all in, the reason you die most of the time is that the enemy champion gets on top of the Conqueror with their out healing and their insane amount of damage, and you don't have your E because you always used for kiting and stuff like that, right? I walk up, he can't get a ward, just get my Q in, wait up the blind. I'm just too fed. I got my Eclipse, it's just you're not getting away. Very important, if they hit their blind, you need to hit your blind to wait out his blind. It's just the way it is. I push the wave, pretty simple. I get plates. We see Yi at the ward around. Yeah, it's right there. I'm aware he's there, but I still want the plate. And what he's gonna do? Just R and run me? I get away. He needs to use his Q to get on top of me. And the amount of as you guys know, Quinn's Heaviers does usually at one item at level 6 or something like that. I mean, most of us don't know. I didn't know. It is Heavier's Quinn. Quinn's Heavier is usually on 8 seconds, and it does 300 damage, right? So it's like a Q. It does much damage as Q. So we saw Yi on a ward, and I know he went for a Raptor, and that I know. There you go. I was a good tracking. This is where the knowledge of the map comes in handy, right? I tracked Yi from Raptors and assumed he was gonna go for Krugs, and if he didn't, it's fine. I would just go to my lane. I use W so Teemo doesn't get to stealth into the bush. Pretty simple stuff. So in a all-in, you usually get to use your Q heavier and E heavier and plus your passive at most, right? And maybe your Q cools down, so you get the 4 heaviers, which is equivalent to 300 times 4, or 3 times 4 is 12, which is 12,000 damage. Of course, armor and all that stuff comes in factor, so more like roughly, excuse me, instead of 1,200, I noticed I said 12,000, no, 1,200, you roughly get like 900 damage from heaviers. Heavier passive alone and your auto attacks and your ability damages, right? So the idea is that to get multiple procs of your heaviers, and by the test I did on a dummy, I went 20 seconds and made a side-by-side comparison from Ginsu's auto on hit, which is excels at on hit, right? And it did like 2,000 less damage compared to Navor, especially as a first item strike. It is insane in my opinion, and I really want to test out and see its potential. Because the amount of heavier procs, amount of abilities I use, the amount of kiting capabilities I have is insane. I just went up the blind, right? I throw a Q, just bind him. As soon as he leaves, I have heavier, I have vision of him, so he's not getting away. He gets onto me, but like, I wasn't aware he was gonna be that low. I should have definitely kept chasing him, but that's okay. I didn't know my limits. I wanted to bait out Thresh's E, Flay, and it didn't work. It's okay. So they see me low and they really want it, right? I want one more minion wave for my collector. My farm, and potentially I'm expecting Twitch to appear anytime, so I am very aware. So Zillion kinda messes up. I'm like, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to get my gold so I can get my collector. And potentially beta dive on me, so I have no mana. I shouldn't have used my Q in case Twitch appears like that. I flash instantly to make sure he doesn't get any more auto attacks. You guys gonna see I barely survive. Well, actually not barely. I have like 100 HP. So yeah. What was I saying? Ah, fuck! I forgot what I was saying. Shit. Anyways, back to Navor's quick play. You get a lot of Qs, you get a lot of E's, and you just become kiting god more than just movement speed. And I tried going Phantom Dancer from the on-hit effect, but it does 30 attack damage on the Phantom Dancer is too much. You don't need more kiting, because with that build I also go Celerity. As you guys can see, I do insane damage to Teemo, because I have like 4 kills, sure. I have a lot of plates from top tower, I have 9 assists, which is insane. I have Treasure Hunter, which is like roughly 500 gold. I don't remember the whole thing, but I know that it's like 500 or something like that. I'm not afraid of E, he's super behind. I make sure E after he Qs. And I think I saw Twitch's Shimmer too, but I didn't. I didn't pay attention, so. I see Katarina, he used R, very low risk of me dying. She gets on top of me, cool, but I save my E once she does. Even though Katarina has a ton of dashes, your E still outkites her dashes. You also do fuck ton damage too, so you guys are both squishy and she needs to get on top of you. You have that advantage, especially you're super fat too. I see Kha'Zix on red, I mean dragon, not red. I guess it's Inferno, so it is kind of red. So what I came to conclusion was that we run Celerity, we run Gathering Storm instead of Absolute Focus. Because what does Absolute Focus does? It gives you like level equal to, I mean attack damage equal to your level. That's how Absolute Focus does for ED. Once again, you get on top of me, I save my E, it's pretty simple. I really enjoy Lee Sin's, I enjoy Master Yi's. Vi, not so much, her aura is just too much. He can get space after she Qs, but he can't dodge her R. Nocturne, you need to break his shield. So Q before E. Anyways, back to me thinking, talking about the numbers quickly. So Phantom Dancer on hit was insanely super helpful. It brought 12 seconds to 4 seconds. With Nomori, usually you go for 5 to 6 seconds. With Nomori only on your E cooldown. But with Phantom Dancer, it goes for 3 to 4. The reason I back up is Trish is here. Twitch for sure invis, which he wasn't. But oh yeah, I'm gonna make some plays. You're 6, 2, and 12. I mean 11. What is with me messing up numbers, man? We see Kha'Zix on Trish. I'm like, okay, my Q to go with. So one thing I really dislike is that when you E, you E out of Twitch's Q range, which annoys me, and he goes in this. Same with Senna, I have a similar issue. I cancel her R, make sure, always save your R for disrupt enemy abilities or gap closing capabilities and stuff like that, you know. It's a big part of Quinn, and it's gonna make the difference between you playing the champion correctly or wrongly, yada yada. Oh, you old man, you talk so much. Yes. What can I say? I feel like my Quinn, even though she's not meta, even though she's not overpowered like Cassante, even though how bad I want to abuse the meta and fucking go Diamond 4. And there are times I tell myself, why the fuck do I play this champion? I play this champion simply by the fact that I just love her. The instance, so I wanted to get a kill on Fresh, but instantly I W before Eing in. I noticed their team were there, and instantly I should dodge up instead of going back because his Q copy, right? Future reference, even though I made the mistake, I should have just ran up to dodge his abilities. We'll see what's going on. I definitely yeah, he messes his E. Hit his Q, it doesn't matter, he's too fat. We're like, you're going in, but like, It's a fed Kazakhs. What are you doing? 2 and 8, 8 and 7. Even though I fed Twitch, the the sole reason Twitch snowballed was because of me. Failed at level 1. I mean, not level 1, level 3 or 4 at the bot gang that I failed. It's okay. Anyways, I came into a conclusion that we go into bruisers, Naburi, then you go into with sand for more kiting with celery rune, and you go into Hullbreaker since bruisers don't build as much armor as tanks, but they do more damage, so you need more tankier stats to not get one shot. But for tanks, instead of you going Hullbreaker third, you go Lord Dominic's third into Hullbreaker. And if you want some tankiness, you buy like 2 ruby crystals, which the Hullbreaker itself gives like 400 HP, and 2 ruby crystals is 300 HP. 150 is 300. So you basically get most of the health from the item itself. So like he does this, like I'm not weak. I don't know why Thresh thought he could kill me. That Zillion ult was bad, but that's being said. I am an assassin who is super fit. I have 10 kills on me. And 12 assists and fucking treasure hunter. I got all these stats and also got absolute focus plus gathering storm. Like, I am not weak. So here's an issue. I should not run after E. What am I doing? I should have pushed with mid. It's a foreshadowing of what's going to go. And I should have known better. Instead of covering the side and trying to get the tower bot side, I should have pushed into my team and end the game. Here I like cleared the way, but I'm not part of the big crucial part. Which even though we're super ahead, if it was an even game, I might just end the game because of my decision making. Even though it didn't harm us, it is very important for future to learn when to make these decisions, right? Because of me, our team kind of gets wiped. Imagine I was here. I just flash out. So this is important. Yeah. I could kill him because I was super fed. It is sad that I made the decision of going bot to kill Yi, which he recalled I couldn't even get. I was surprised by the damage I dealt to Teemo. It was a really big surprise. So I'm looking at Twitch, dodge, fresh hook and flay. As soon as I know that, I back off because I was keeping an eye on the Twitch. I was aware he was respawning. He's gonna appear invisible. So I did what I was supposed to be. There are times you can go Bloodthirster first depending on the enemy composition. If they're all assassins, you don't need more damage. But if they're bruiser and tanky a little bit, you need Lord Dominic's third. Or if you need sustain like Karfasar, when he was fed, he would just keep dropping 30% HP and I need to recall over and over. I chose to go Bloodthirster to negate his ult damage, which worked for my situations. But it's super important, I think, especially against as champion as Quinn, who doesn't really excel at anything. She's jack of all trades. She's very balanced. She doesn't do excessively damage unless you build her like it. She doesn't do excessively ADC damage or on-hit damage like Vayne or Kog'Maw, or she's not necessarily super tanky like Urgot. Depending on the composition of your team, what you need for that game, you can make item choices that will accelerate you or benefit you in that type of game, which that's why I love Quinn. I mean, that's not why I love Quinn. I love Quinn because I third champion that I learned and I really liked the playstyle. And that's why I decided to put like 600 mastery points. And those mastery points are not in one account, I have 2 accounts, I have like 3 accounts. This is the third one, I think. Anyways, 13, 3, 15, 3 items, 1 item in the bank. It is why I just love Quinn. Quinn is fun, don't get me wrong. It's not like I like Quinn because, oh, she's hot. In my opinion, she's not hot, not one bit. She is mid-tier at most. Do you know who's fucking hot? Ari is hot. But I'm not playing Ari because I don't like mages, first of all. Second of all, I really like on hit. And I used to be a Tryndamere main, and I said that many times. So I really love auto attacking. and I really fell in love with the range. Blah blah blah. Yes, I'm a range top abuser. No man, that's beside the point. Anyways, I'll make a video on the Navarro's quick play and show you guys make a good video. And why is it better to go on compared to Ginsu's? I've still yet to try myself, but I mean, by what I mean by try, I have the theory, it's great, but I need actual sample data of the games. That means that I need to play at least 30 games or 10 games to get an idea how it performs on Quinn with the way that she does, because I can't all in with on hit on sideline against bruisers or tanks. They fucking eat me alive. With Namori, I'm hoping I can all in Rivens, your bruisers, your Jaxes, your Fioras, those who have constant dashes, and as soon as you use your E, you have to back off, or you're gonna get conquered and stuff like that, right? Get stack checked, basically. Anyways, that's beside the point. I hope you guys liked this video, and I know it's taking a long rant, and I will see you guys until next time. Teemo, the little baby Teemo, and my teammates flamed me in Champ Select. I thought it would be a good video. See ya! Peace out.